Hello, dive industry professionals. This is Ryan Brown, Vice President of Business Development for DEMA Show. Today I'm going to talk to you about how you can access, search for, and engage with all of the virtual content that DEMA Show is producing for DEMA Show Online from September all the way up through the virtual trade show on November 17th through the 20th. All of this content is available on demand after it stages live, which is a tremendous value for you to be able to go back in and view that content anytime you need to. All the way up through December 31st, 2020. I'm going to go pretty quick through this video. There's a lot to cover, and I definitely don't want to put up a 10-minute video where I'm just going to lose your attention. So if I go too fast and I lose you somewhere, scroll back, rewatch, and I promise none of this is complicated. You'll get it really quickly. The first thing you're going to want to do, it's where the entire DEMA Show Online experience takes place, is head to demashow.com. If you're not registered for the event yet, go ahead and do that. There's a couple of ways. You can click on the giant purple Register Today button on the home page. You can also scroll over Attend at the top of the page, click on the Register Now link, and it'll take you to our registration page. If you just want to attend the virtual trade show to engage with exhibitors and sponsors, that is free. But if you want to consume any of the content produced by DEMA, there is a cost for that. It's $30 for DEMA members, $90 for non-members. Once I'm registered, I want to come back to demashow.com and I want to get logged in to the system. It's the first thing you need to do, and I'll explain later why that's so important. But to do that, you come to demashow.com, scroll over Attend, click on Attendee Login/Console, and it's going to take us to our login page. You will need your email address that you registered with, along with your registration ID that you receive in your confirmation email right after you register. It does take the system 24 hours to recognize you, so get registered early, wait 24 hours, and then come back to demashow.com, get to this Attendee Login/Console page, and get logged in. It's going to land you on the Attendee Console page. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll recognize this page. We've gone through this page to talk about how we can access the exhibitors and sponsors lists, but you can also access the education from here. You'll see a web part here to access our DEMA-sponsored education, as well as our exhibitor-sponsored education here. You can also access our content by scrolling up to the top of the page, hovering over education, and you'll see our three education types there: DEMA-sponsored ed, exhibitor-sponsored education, and new for this year, special sessions, which are open to all attendees, whether you're paid or not. I'm going to do a walkthrough of the DEMA-sponsored education. It is the same in terms of how you search for and access all the content between DEMA-sponsored education, exhibitor-sponsored education, and the special sessions. So let's jump into our conference schedule for DEMA-sponsored education. You'll notice right off the bat that there are two ways to consume the content here. If the session has already taken place, it's available on demand, and the schedule looks very similar to our live one. You would come to this on-demand link, you would find the session that you're looking for, you would access the session page, and then access your on-demand content. But let's jump back into the live conference schedule and let's run through the demo with that. So it's going to list all of our upcoming live sessions chronologically, and you'll notice here across the top all the dates that we're producing content are listed here, and you'll notice it's a lot of dates. It's a lot of content that DEMA is providing up through the virtual trade show starting on November 17th. So you can search chronologically. You can just scroll down. You can search by date whenever you may be available. But if you want to get really specific in terms of the content of the session, let's click on the Advanced Search tab here. Let me show you how you can go through that. You can do a keyword search here. Let's say I'm a small business and I want to get specific about sessions that pertain to me as a small business. If I do a keyword search there, I'll see all 4 sessions currently listed that are specific to small businesses. You'll notice that there are other ways that I can search through the sessions as well. I can search by track, date, speaker, session type, or who can even attend it. So let's go back to this small business search result. Let's say I'm really interested in attending Greg and Ken's session on using automation in your small business. I want to, let's click on the session page here. And if you've attended DEMA Show in the past and DEMA Show's education, most of this page will look familiar to you. It's basic conference information. Session description, handouts available with the session, learning objective. But what's very different is how we actually access this session, since we're not meeting face-to-face this year. You'll notice these two purple access buttons here. To actually access a virtual session, you want to click this Access Session link, and it's going to land us on this registration page here for the webinar. The first time we land here, this information will be blank. You'll have to fill it in, click register to get in the session, but then every time after that that you try to attend a DEMA Show online session, it will remember who you are and it'll pre-populate all this info. So you just jump here, click on the join webinar or register button, and you'll be able to access your content. Now remember I mentioned the first thing we want to do is get logged into the system. I'll tell you why that's important now. So to know you're logged in, you'll see your name here in the top left-hand side of the page. I am registered right now as our conferences manager, Gretchen Windorf, and you'll notice here a logout button in the right. That's how you know you're in the tool. Now, I just mentioned that I really want to attend the session on automation for my small business by Greg and Ken. I'm going to add it as a favorite session. Now, what that's going to do for me is when I go back to the session schedule page here, you'll see this My Sessions tab. I click on that. Because I'm logged in, it's going to remember all the sessions that I want to go to. And here's the same session by Greg and Ken that I just indicated was a favorite of mine that I want to attend. Once you have filled this list up of all the sessions that you know you're going to go to, especially if there's a lot of them, it can be a lot to manage. You'll see all the dates here that sessions that I've indicated as favorites are being held on. But if I want to export this to my Google Calendar or Microsoft Outlook calendar, that can be really helpful here, especially virtually, because it's super easy to forget that I have something coming up when most of us are working from home or there's a lot going on. If we're not actually in the city at DEMA Show, it's easy to forget. The kids come upstairs, the dog's got to go out, whatever it might be. So we definitely recommend exporting this schedule out to your calendars and adding reminders for these sessions so that it'll ping your phone or your computer so you remember to jump in and attend these sessions. So that's how you can search for, access the content. It's really simple. Again, it's all through demashow.com. We are really excited about what we've been able to put together for you in light of all the challenges that we faced this year. This is a great way to stay up to date and get ourselves into the next year when we hopefully are in a better situation with everything. But let us know if you have any questions, info@demashow.com, and we're excited to see you. Thanks so much.